outfield is enabled.
Good evening everyone and welcome to the third round of the BTCC World Series Virtual Racing here at Rockingham in East Anglia. Brilliant. And I do apologise for the little bit of a flickering throughout the broadcast, but though we are here, we are ready, let's get it on. My name is Squire, your commentator today. Let's get on with the racing. Right, let's just we are looking at now at Graham Foster in the gravel trap racing car. Is he currently on a qualifying lap? Let's have a look. I don't think so. Let's see if the man behind him is on the qualifying lap. Din Manaziv. No, I don't think he is, but Roy Worcester is, if we can just get on board with him. There we go, Roy Worcester, and where does he go? Worcester is still in 8th place. So here we are, here is the top 10 at the moment. We got Kevin Mass in 1st, Hutsfield in 2nd, Tits 3rd, Rec 4th, Bateman in 5th, English 6th, Self is in 7th, Worcester is in 8th, Justant is in 9th, and Spooner rounds out your top 10. Manaziv is in 11th, with Horton 12th, and Muller in 13th. 14th just now is Reese, and that's currently that so far. And Worcester going round here like clockwork, but at a slightly lower pace. Let's see someone else. There's Jim Self in the other Swiss Motion car. Just behind, I believe that is Crane, is it? Yeah, that was just Simon Crane. He's in 9th place, taking over from Justant. Let's see someone else. That is English in the gravel trap racing car number 1. Behind the Ford Focus of, is that Reese? No, it's Horton. Actually, let's go to the race board for a second, because I just want to tell you the championship results. Well, the championship standings, to be honest, to see who is where. This might take a while. Okay, so here we are. These were last year's, isn't it? Yeah, last year's. Okay, so yeah, these are the main championship. These are the main drivers' championship. Simon Crane is currently leading 2 points ahead of Michael Pishman in the Rockstar Racing. P1 Gaming Racing Team's Daniel Hahn is in third, with Matthew Lewis in fourth. Kevin Mass, who won the first 2 races at Silverstone, is in fifth. Chris English is in sixth. Rob Mason seventh. Matt Hudspeld is in 8th, Roy Wustner 9th, and Christian Bram in the Rockstar Racing rounds out your top 10. In the Constructors, M Sport leads the team's championship ahead of P1 Gaming Racing Team, ahead of Rockstar Racing, who's currently in 3rd. Racing Association NGTC is in 4th, Swiss Motion 5th, Kitty Litter 6th, Gravel Trap 7th, Kistef 24 or Pro Race 100 is in 8th, Monster Energy 9th, and Quartermass rounds out the top 10. Right, let's get back to the action. And there's Chris English. Where is he at the moment? Chris English is currently in 6th place. Self is currently in 7th. Hatzfeld, so the current people who are qualified at the moment but in the pits are Hatzfeld, Reck, Wustner, Horton and Titz, and I believe that English has gone into the pits as well. And there is Kevin Mass just in front of Simon Crane. Is it Simon Crane? It's hard to see from behind. Yeah, it's Simon Crane. And by the way, Kevin Mass, is that Kevin Mass? Yes, Kevin Mass is actually in a front. Is actually in a different kind of car, because for the first 2 rounds at Silverstone and in Knockhill he was in a BMW, but now he's in the Vauxhall Insignia. Now, I don't know if this is going to be an advantage or something, but the other drivers didn't like it, and as a result, Kevin Mass might be somewhat punished for his antics. I don't know. I don't know if it's advantage or just plain cheating. And who is that? I currently see it's Tits. Who else can I see? That is Reese, Miller, Horton. There is Spooner just behind Crane. Did Crane just came into the pits? Yeah, I think it might be Crane, because Lewis hasn't set his time yet, or he might get to the server soon. So looking at this battle is actually between Sweden and Germany. And so there's both Englishmen in both Swedish and German cars. Looking again, we're looking at Josh Dant in the Vauxhall Insignia. Josh Dant is currently in 12th. The same car as Mass, but Mass might be much more faster than Josh Dant. Either that or he's got Chotee involved, I don't know. But never mind about those accusations. Let's have a look. Manasiv is currently in 11th, just ahead of Josh Dant. There is Graham Foster in the gravel trap racing car, sponsored by Kerbal Space Program. And Rockingham is basically the only track in the UK to have an oval and a circuit in the middle. Let's have a look at other cars. There is Simon Crane, but though he's lost that battle with Spooner. Crane is currently in 9th, but however he's still leading the championship. And if he keeps up this challenge all the way up to the end of season A of 2014, which is at the Brands Hatch on the 11th of July, then he might become the champion of season A. Danahan is continuously entering and leaving the game at various points. Make up your mind, man. Sorry for that. Let's have a look at someone else. We got no, he's left the game. That is Chris English, and there is both Wreck and Tiz. Wreck has gone a little bit so oversteer there. But though we can tell that Wreck is a little bit faster than Tits. And mind you, this is the slower Tits, not the faster Tits, Jan Tits. So here comes Wreck going on the inside. Is it going to be a good overtake? Yeah, it's a good overtake, but they were not really challenging as Tits went wide. There's Matt Husfield in the P1 racing team car. And where is it? Let's see. He's still currently in 2nd. Mind you, Husfield had a little. Mind you, Husfield was one of the few people who had real bad luck at Knockhill because they were so close in getting their win for themselves, and unfortunately, either collisions or problem woes just completely disrupted them in their path. Right, let's have a look at someone else. There's Reese. He's currently in the temporary car. Hold on a second. Let me just try and refresh the cars in there. Okay.
Real field is enabled.
Oh, I do apologise for that. That was a little bit of a mix-up. Oh, yeah, mix-up again. There we go. Right then. Let's have a look at someone who's on their hot lap, and looks like Spooner's gone a little bit. He's not speeding up well. He's actually maybe holding up people on the racing line. Is there a reason for that? We don't know. But I can tell that he was passed by Right, that car in front, who was it? It was Bateman. And does Bateman do well? Bateman is currently in 6th position. Spooner currently in 15th. These are the top 10. Mass leads. Huddersfield is in 2nd. Tit 3rd. English 4th. Rec 5th. Bateman 6th. Crane 7th. Self is in 8th. Worcester in 9th. And Foster, just to complete his lap, rounds out your top 10. Manasive is in 11th. Horton 12th. 13th is... No, wait a minute. Reese just gone up into 12th as Huddersfield just left the game. That means everyone below Huddersfield moves up 1 place. So Manasive is now into the top 10. Horton is in 11th. Reese 12th. Johnstown 13th. Spooner 14th. Muller 15th. And Tits in 16th position. And Spooner gone a little bit over-exaggerated there. Don't get too excited, my son. Let's have a look at someone else. There's Reese in the Nutella Alpha. And Reese is really slowing about. Now, this circuit favours mostly the front wheel cars since it's got loads of corners. It's not really a fast speed circuit unless you're driving on just the oval itself. Oh, Reese just nearly just about avoid the barriers there. But like I was saying, the Rockingham is a slow speed circuit, only used for front wheel drive. Nothing else. But the rear wheel drive is not going to do well as if you can only use the rear wheel drive on the oval circuit, and people are just going off everywhere, aren't they? Roding has done his lap and he's in 17th. And Foster is under attack by... Who was that? It's Tits. Tits that was unacceptable of Tits for you to hit like that. But lucky he apologised, otherwise he would have got a penalty for it. But the Foster is not looking happy, I can tell you. But is Foster going to overtake Tits going into the first corner? No. There's a little bit of a racing situation between them. But Foster needs to be careful because he's got the Swiss motion of Worcester behind him. So Tits, Foster and Worcester, a free duo round Rockingham. And they look like they're going to both touch again. But be careful. You don't want to have a penalty too soon just before the race. And Foster passes just about no, Tess is actually a little bit faster than Foster, and Tess nearly pushes him off the track. That was very dangerous of him, and he cuts his chicane as well. And he touched him this time, but this time Foster was like, "No, I'm not sorry. You've pushed me off too many times. But last time you didn't say sorry, so therefore I will push past you." And it says, Kevin Jan. Never mind about that. It was just a off thing. But you can tell Foster was furious with Tits because he pushed him off a couple of times, and Foster was like, you know what, I had enough, bam. Now he's got, is that Manasive in front of him? No, he just missed him. Yeah, it was Manasive. Let's have a look at someone else. So yeah, those Jan Tits currently still on track. People who are currently in the pit lane are Kevin Mass, Simon Crane, Dane Manasive, and Andy Horton, Reese, Max Booner, and Ike Roding. And I believe Tony Barker's in this server. Yep, there he is. But the question is, where is both the admins? Where is both Pishman and Lewis? Okay, so Tits just sprinting about, unbeknownst what's going to happen to him next. And he's got a Rockstar Honda Civic behind him, but who is it of? It's Christian Bram. Yeah, Tits is all over the place in that last chicane. And he's under attack by Christian Bram, going through the hairpin, and Christian Bram passes it with ease. Well done. We're now looking at Andy Horton in the Radical Ford Focus. And looks like Barker just gone off. We only go about, unless this is actually practice, no idea. Yeah, this is this is practice. Let's have a look at someone else. There's Manasive just in front of Tits, and you can tell that there's something bad's going to happen. Tits is on the inside of Manasive, but is there going to be contact? Yep. Tits actually goes on the outside a little bit to make sure to scare off Manasive and then pass him, which is basically not wise considering you are a little bit slow. Or is that the different Tits? No, that's Jan Tits. We've only got about a couple of minutes of practice left before going into qualifying. And Kevin Mass is gone, which means Rec is currently leading the standing there, unless everyone's being reverted back. Crane's still out on track. Is he fast? No, yeah, he's faster through the second sector. Now let's see if he can improve on his time, because he's the championship leader. He basically can do the right things. And what's his time? He's 10th. And Kevin Mass is back in the game. Simon Crane still going faster. Is he faster for that sector? I think he might be. No, didn't record his time a little bit there. But is he going to be faster? Is he going to be faster than Mass? He is the championship leader. He can do this. And Simon Crane is moved up to still in 10th place, but though he is a little bit faster. And Michael Pushman is in the server. Let's refresh the page. Back in a sec. And while I will say, Christian Bram has spun in front of Barker, I think.
Real field is enabled.
So, let's go back to the action. And Michael Pushman is getting ready for the next session. Right. There's Wustner. There's Bram, currently behind Spooner. Hey. Bram is currently going through that chicane like silk. Matt Husfield has left the game, which means Rec and English will take over the top 3, with Matt still leading. Yantitz is back in the game. Mass and Tit are the top 2 runners who are currently in the pits. Simon Crane is thinking of getting a 4-wheel drive car for the next race, which is highly unlikely. Because 4-wheel drive cars used for rallying are usually you get good speed and you go through the corners better. But unfortunately they've decided on a Volvo, which is a front wheel drive car, which is good on cornering but specifically low on speed. What's going on with Wustner? Nothing, I don't know what's happened. Now we're viewing Barker. Let's go on board with him. show you some other cars. Here we are on board with. Looks like Neil Bateman. And he's 8/10 slower for the second sector. Going through the final chicane, this one needs to be good, and he's failed. Now we're on board with Christian Bram, who's currently going through the first sector, and he's 2.1 seconds off the pace. So that means he's going to be major slow through this lap, unless he can actually pick up the pace in this sector. And what the hell? That was Spooner just going through the different pit exit. Hold on. Let me just have a look. That was a little bit weird for him to go through that pit lane. Very weird indeed. But never mind. We're back with Bram, and he's done a 1:24 dead, which means he's not fast at all. And we've got a yellow flag somewhere, but don't know where. And now looking at Michael Pishman, just behind the Nutella Alpha of Self. And where does he go, Fishman? He's currently in... No, wait a minute, Fishman hasn't started his time yet. So basically this is his hot lap, and Muller needs to get out of the way, because Fishman is going to produce a flyer in his Civic. If he could do that, is. And no, he's failed. He's failed. Now on board with Roding, who's just in front of, I believe it's Chris English. Is it Chris English behind? Nope, it's not Chris English, it's someone else. And now he's got a trail behind him. Right, I am going to be back in a sec with the qualifying. Don't go away. Right, we have been confirmed. By the way, welcome back. We have been confirmed that there's only about a couple of seconds before qualifying, so may as well just wait for the signal for us to go through into qualifying. May as well have a look around the track while waiting. Most people are in the pits. Those who are on the top 10 who are in the pits are Mass, Hutsfield, Bateman, Crane and Barker. Below 10 onwards is Yostand, Spooner, Pishman, Foster, Muller, Horton, Reese and Sheshan Tits. I don't know how to pronounce that one. But what I can say is that Matthew Lewis will come here soon. I see him in the pit lane. I need to refresh the cars again.
Real field is enabled.
There we go. But where is the pole sitter? Matthew Lewis has become an administrator. Rex going out. Tits is in. And Mass is in the pit lane. Okay, so since Crane is leading the championship, he's been added as a 45 kilometer mass limit, mass penalty on his car, just to make sure that he goes around slower. Then it's Kevin Mass next, who's got 35 kilometers, kilograms on his car. Who is next? 25 kilometers have been added to Daniel Hahn's P1 car. Matthew Lewis has added himself 15 kilograms penalty mass. And who's next? 5 kilograms to Kevin Mass. And we're going to be ready for the qualifying here at Rockingham Speedway. Okay, we have confirmed that qualifying will be on in 60 seconds. So 1 minute time will be ready. So in 1 minute time we'll be qualifying here at this pretty much unusual track in the UK, an oval. Okay, so we are going into the race.
Real field is enabled.
Okay, so they are going out onto the track to begin their qualifying laps. Kevin Mass leads the pack ahead of Pishman and 2 others in Vauxhall Insignias. Most people turned out in the Vauxhall Insignias today. There's Rek and Jan Tits. Just behind them, if I can catch a glimpse of him, is Christian Bram. And who is in that pink car? It's Stark. And then right there we've got Foster, Spooner and Lewis. So it's basically it's UK, Germany and Sweden in those 3 bunched together. So it's both Britain and Britain. Bit of an awkward situation there. Right. There is Tits, and he's gone off. But when we saw the younger Tits driving around the track earlier in practice, he was always pushing people off the road and being a little bit slow. We don't mind him being slow, but is he going to push anyone off? Because if he does push anyone off, then he will be really a serious issue coming in the race. And Jan is starting his lap. Now let's go back to the front with Kevin Mass. Is that Kevin Mass? No, that's just Aunt. Reckless Tids. There's Kevin Mass, the first man to finish his lap, or is it going to be Crane? So Mass sets the benchmark with a 120.8. Tits only, no wait a minute, it's Bram only 3/10 behind him. Tits is in 3rd, Pishman in 4th, Rek 5th, and oh my goodness. So Pishman is in 4th, Rek in 5th, Stark is in 6th, Spooner 7th, Massive 8th, Reese 9th, and Foster rounds out your top 10. So we only got about less than 11.5 minutes left in qualifying, and Huddersfield is actually only 1/10 behind behind the Mass. So basically Huddersfield is a little bit stronger, but I wouldn't count on that at this moment in time. And Mass has gone very wide for the last corner, and he's got identical insignias behind him. Have a look at someone else. Let's go on board with Matthew Lewis. Oh, he's gone a little bit wide there. That's going to cost him a little bit of time. Or is it? Nope, he's not. Yeah, it's cost him a bit of time. 5/10 off from position number 10, going through the final chicane, and then the final corner. Oh, he went over the barrier there. Sorry, the curve there, a bit too deep. that's got him a little bit wide, and therefore as a result ruined his lap. Yep, he's currently 18th. No, wait a minute, 19th. He's been downfall a bit. Let's have a look at someone else. We're now having a look at the teller of, I believe that is Munro. Let's find out when it goes up to the second sector. And he's going for the what is he doing? What is Reese doing? Yep, that's basically ruined his lap. Now on board with Stefan. And he's currently in 10th. Only about just over a second slower than Mass. Only less than 8 minutes left. Looks like someone's gone off in front of him. Is that Horton? It is! Horton's gone off all over the place. So basically, that's soon for them. We're on board Graham Fawcett now. He's only a full second off. Go over the final chicane. A little bit careful there. Go over the last corner, playing like silk. Currently 11th. I'm going to be looking at Wreck just behind Pishman. Stepped out the back there a little bit. And Wreck is only 1/10 faster to go up into 10th place. Wreck just going for the like so bit cutting a bit, little bit, but he's fine. Let's see where he goes. And he's currently in 9th place. He's done a 1:21.3. And Pishman's gone. So who's that for the minute? That's Roding. We're now on board with Daniel Hahn as we only got about 5 minutes left to go, and Huddersfield has already closed the gap more on Mass by 1/100th of a second. That is close. Let's find Huddersfield. I believe we are on board with him. Yep, that is him. So now he's up by 1/10 in the first sector. Can he improve the time through the second sector? He really needs to put the hammer down, but make sure to be careful going through the next couple of corners. And he's got a little bit wide on the grass, so will cost him a little bit of time. Now going into the hairpin, this is where mostly mistakes are made, but no mistake for him there. Now going up to the alternative split straight. Is he going to be fat? No, he's cancelled the lap. He's cancelled the whole lap. What a disaster for him. So we're now on board with Kevin Mass in the insignia. The thing is, Mass has actually improved on his time by 1/10. So basically, Huddersfield has got his work cut out. Basically, though his Mass could improve on another 10th. The answer is yes. 1 minute, 1 second point 9 through the second sector. Is it gonna be a little bit faster than his original time? Yes, a 1:20.5. That is fast around Rockingham. So basically, Huddersfield has his work cut out. We only got about 3 minutes left of this session to go. We're now going to be on board with Roding. Going through the final chicane now. And he's not fast at all, isn't he? No, not fast. He's 25th. We're looking at Reese. Nah, and he's gone. That's who he's gone. Muller is still out on track. But he's going to be a little bit slower, I think. He's behind Lewis and Worcester. Yep, 1.3 seconds off the pace for Muller. Going through the final chicane. That's good. Smooth as silk. Smooth as silk through the last corner. He gets 20th place. We're now on board with Simon Crane, and just in front of him is English. Yeah, I need to refresh the car soon. But though Chris English has gone off on the grass, and so has Simon Crane. So basically, that English's lap is over, and Crane is keeping on going, despite the fact that he might a little bit ruin his lap. But though he's kept it clean. Going up to the final corner for the alternative track. And yeah, is that Huddersfield just going off? No, I don't think it is. Yeah, it is. Let's go back a few positions. Where is Huddersfield now? That's Huddersfield. Now he's going to try one more lap. Yeah, he needs to build up a little bit of confidence. And this is it. This will be his final chance to get a pole position from Kevin Mass, and he starts it now. Okay, and we only got about 30 seconds left. Going into the first corner. Is he going to clip the apex? No. Clip the exit apex? Yes. Going into the second corner. Just about clips the apex. Good on you. Clean through there. Is he faster? Yeah, he's 1/10 up from the first sector. needs to be clean through there, and qualifying is over, but he's still got one lap to do. He's clean through there, excellent work. Going up to the hairpin. Is he going to mess it up? No, he doesn't. He's perfect through there. And what time did he do? And he's only 1/10 slower through the second sector. Now he really needs to push now. He really needs to push. Come on, Huddersfield, you can do it. You can beat Kevin Mass and get pole position. And he doesn't make it. He's only 1/10 slower. 1/10 slower, which means Mass is going to take the pole position. So well done to Kevin Mass. Tough luck for Huddersfield. Bram is in third, Tits in fourth, English is in fifth, who's currently still on track, I believe. And where is? Come on, where is it? Oh, English is finished. So basically, that's qualifying over. So now I'm going to wait for some interviews if I can. So yeah, I have received word from the admin, Matt Lewis, that he said that that I can do the interviews. Just need to ask anyone. Unfortunately, Kevin Mass isn't available, but I can get Matt Huddersfield. Let's see if he replies. While we're waiting, this only can take about 6 minutes. We've been informed on the Race Department website that Hartley Motorsports, which is basically a team, has been ranking drivers from different leagues like iRacing, Formula Sim Racing, and such like that, and Sim and F1 Sim leagues. And basically, there's only the top 200 drivers that are relevant to them, and there's only on episode 5 now, and it's counted down from 100 onwards. So in number 100, with a rating of 7.2, is Danny van der Neet in the FSR World Trophy. In 99th place from the Czech Republic in F1 Liga Championship is Jacob Pijek. In 88th place is Matt Harto in the US F1 champion. So he's 98. 97 is Uros Musculi in the FSR World Series Championship. 96 is Sam Steffi from the United States in the US F1. 95 from the UK is Fred Gosling in the FSR World Series. 94 is Nick Rowland. 93 is Antonio Kolarek. 92, Ben Tusting, who was the FSR World Trophy Champion of 2013. Then from the Czech Republic, Denis Golfrey in the F1 Liga Championship. Then it is Christian Lorente in the iRacing Championship. 89, Paul LeBrink in the iRacing Championship. 88, Marco Conti in Formula Sim Racing. 97, Giuseppe Marconi in the in FSR. And it is Peter Duvalier. And it is Marcus Caton, Antoine Heriglin, Patrick Carvara, Peter Varga, Andrew Slocum, Thibaut Lebanon, and then unfortunately they skipped 79 for some reason, but at 98 was Marcus 78 was Marcus Hipley. Then from the Australia in 77 is Richie Stanaway in iRacing. Then for 96 place is Marek Godek, and that is it so far. But never mind, we're back on to World Series Virtual Racing. Looks like we're not going to have any interviews. Okay, so we are going to go into the race. Just bear with me for a second. So it's going to be a 16-lap race around Rockingham, and most of the field are in front-wheel drive cars. How hard can it be? Well, I think it might be really, really hard.
The outfield is enabled.
Okay. So, race broadcast, here we are. So we got Matt Husfield leading for P1 in first place. For some reason, Matt has got a penalty following knockhill or something like that. In 6th is Christian Bram. Sorry, in 2nd is Christian Bram. English is in 3rd. Bateman 4th. 5th is Mass. 6th Prishman. 7th. Yeah, can we call that 7th? Is Daniel Hahn. Is it? 8th is Wisner. 9th is Tits. 10th is Rec. Then it is Barker. Rec. Is it? No, it's Spooner. Lewis. Foster. Stefan. Self. Stark. Jostant. Crane. Reese. Muller. Manasive. Horton. And Tits has to start from the pit lane due to a little bit of due to his qualifying misdemeanors, and Ruding is at the back. So this is going to be an extremely dangerous but extremely fun 16 laps. Matt Husfield leading the way, hoping for a win, his first win of the season and the first win for P1 Gaming Racing Team. So he now lines up on the grid next to Bram, and basically is a mixed grid a little bit, considering his mixed car grid. So we are going to get ready, just waiting for everyone to get into the grid slots. Has everyone done this? Yep, everyone has done it. And we're ready. We got, and Rockingham is lights out, and away we go. Husfield's got a good start, a real good start. He's already pulled away from Bram already, going into the first corner. And Marr has already made a superb start. So is Pishman, and Bram has got a terrible start going into the first ever corner of the circuit. And Marr side by side with Husfield already. And drive-through penalty for Benny Steffen. And oh, we got a little bit of contact at the back. One of the insignias looks like it's tits already. So Husfield is under pressure from Mass, despite the fact that he is much more faster. So going into going into the hairpin now. Is one of them going to break one of the bollards? I don't think so. Let's just have a look down. Is there a little bit of contact at the back just then? I don't think there is. But everyone's fine. But never mind about that. We are beginning the second lap. And currently Husfield leads from Mass. Then it is Pishman, and Steffen's got another drive-through penalty. Bateman is in. Oh wait a bit, or maybe Steffen's retired. But we'll find that out shortly. But Husfield is still leading from Mass and Pishman and Bateman. Those are your top four. And Husfield has got all three sectors faster. Although that could improve. Because people are always slower through the first sector once beginning a race. And oh, Mass has really overcooked it there. Is he okay? Yeah, Mass is okay, but though he's in real under threat from Pishman. Did I say it's going to be an exciting Grand Prix? I think I did. So Husfield crosses the line to start another lap. Husfield still leading from Mass and Pishman, Bateman, English, Tits, Bram, Crane, Hahn, Stark, Spooner and Lewis. That's what I know so far. And Jan Tits has got the fastest lap time through sector 3. Well done to Jan. But Husfield is still leading the way. He's still fastest for the first two sectors in his Citroen P1 gaming car. So basically it is France versus England versus Japan at the front, because Citroen's from France, Vauxhall's from England and Honda's from Japan. And here he comes to start his fourth lap. And he's already speeding away, isn't he? Let's have a look at some of the drivers. Because I've been told before that I may as well have a look at the middle of the field as well. I'm currently looking at Muller in one of the Nutella Alphas, and he's currently behind his teammate. I believe it's Reese. Is it Reese? Yeah, it's Reese, and he's battling with one of the Swiss motioned Ford Mondeos, which I believe is of Jim Self. Yeah, it is Jim Self. Let's go on board with him. And you can see on the sticker STR. Now STR stands for Save the Ring, in addition to Save the Nürburgring, which I believe it might be saved. Let's have a look at other cars at the moment. Let's have a look at the reigning champion, Mr. Chris English, and he's sandwiched between both Bram and who else? Who's in front of him? Tits. So the current champion in the gravel trap Ford Mondeo is sandwiched between a Honda Civic and a Vauxhall Insignia. But though Bram is getting faster than him, car number 1 under threat from car number 6. And Tony Barker has officially retired from the race. Let's go back up to the beginning of the field, and Huddersfield is actually under attack from Mass, and Mass has gone through! Unless Huddersfield can retaliate. Can he retaliate? I don't think so. Going into the hairpin now. And Mass has already pulled away from Huddersfield. Huddersfield is not going to like that unless he can overtake him at the chicane. No, I don't think so. Huddersfield is always quick through those places, but Mass is even faster. Now beginning lap, I believe it is lap number 6, and Mass is now leading ahead of Huddersfield. Pishman is in 3rd, Bateman in 4th, Tits 5th, Bram 6th, Hahn 7th, English 8th, 9th. Well, actually I could just count the top English. Sorry, the top 8, because the board was a little bit too fast for me. But I was a little bit disappointed for Huddersfield to have a little bit much more bad luck than he did from Knockhill. I mean, he desperately wants a win, and a win he wants to get. But unfortunately, he's been challenged by people like Mass, and Mass has only won 2 races at Silverstone, and is nearly on course for a win at Rockingham. It looks like to be the same gap between those two, or it. Oh! And it looks like Huddersfield nearly touched Mass then. So Mass and Huddersfield leading ahead of Pishman, Bateman, Tits, Bram, Hahn, English, Crane, and Spooner. That is your top 10. Only 10 laps to go. And Bateman has gone. No, there's a little bit of a lag there in the background. Let's have a look at the middle of the field again. And Hahn, car number 2, is under threat of is threatening car number 1, which is English. So basically, while the championship contenders in front of them, car number 1 and car number 2 are battling out for each other in their own battles in the middle of the field, which is very awkward, considering that they are not in front for the time being, but they will be during in the middle of the season. And Mass has pulled a little bit away from Huddersfield. Let's have a look, and last place man at the moment is Ben Steffen. Let's have a look at some more battles during the midfield. And basically, that was a little bit of battle between Foster and Self. Yeah, it was, and Self is going to try it on the inside, and brilliant there, brilliant overtaking by Self. Or is Foster going to retaliate? It's gravel trap versus Swiss motion, and they both go slowly and wide through there, but the Swiss motion is a little bit of the winner. We're now looking at the championship. We're now looking at Lewis just nearly taking off Stark in the Alpha, and then Spooner is sandwiched between both of the M Sports, but though with championship leader Simon Crane currently in 9th position. Spooner running at the top 10. Only 9 laps to go. Scratch that last message, making it 8 laps to go. We're only about halfway distance. Mass is people should be keeping an eye on Mass really, because Mass may be gathering a little bit of attention there. And Huddersfield is not really closing up on Mass. I mean, Huddersfield was very hard fought at the beginning of the race, but Mass is just back in his original position. We're going to go about 7 laps to go. Mass keeping his cool. Huddersfield doing everything in his power to keep the pressure on him, but that is highly unlikely. And Fishman and looks like Tits is having a go at each other. Going down into the chicane, and Tits comes out on top. But for how long? Because Fishman is a hard character to fall by, and he's under attack from Neil Batesman and Christian Bram. Both the Rockstar Civics under attack by both a Chevrolet and a Vauxhall Insignia. and Pishman has left. Has officially retired from the race. No idea why, what's happened, but I will soon find out. And Huddersfield, unfortunately, is down the back of the pack, I think. How's that happen? If we have a look at the lap times, no, Huddersfield is still in second place, so that's clear. So, and then Tits is in third, fourth is Bateman, fifth is Bram, sixth is English, seventh Hahn, eighth is Lewis, ninth is Crane, and 10th is Stark. 11th we got Self, then it is Foster, Wreck, then Reese, and we got Horton and Worcester. There is Muller, Madasive, and then there's Tits, and finally Stefan. Is that no? Did Huddersfield just go off just then? I think Huddersfield just gone off a little bit, but though let's find out soon. But the other ones will find out soon in the replay. About 4 laps to go. Jan Tits just going through that corner a little bit vigorously. Let's have a look at some middle field battles going on. I don't think there is at the moment. No close action, except for English and Hahn so far. With it, there's Bram and Bateman gonna have a little bit of a close encounter going into the first corner. I don't think so. And just look how close Bram is. Look how close he is. really close, and Bram is actually going to make an inside pass. A brilliant inside pass. Well done. Whereas Bram going to, is Bateman going to come back? That's fine. I'll see soon when they go across the flag. Now looking at Kevin Mass, who have both got pit lights on. So is he going to come into the pits? And did someone just cause chicane just then? I think one of them did. I think it was a team car, but who was it? It's Tits. Right, one more lap to go, and Mass really dominated the pack from about lap 4 or 5 onwards. He just basically holds the pack, and he's got a little bit wide there. He's got a little bit wide, but he's all right. And Kevin Mass going around the final corner now to take his 3rd win of the season. The first here at Rockingham. Well done to Kevin Mass. Huddersfield is in 2nd. Cutting for him, but at least he got a podium finish. 3rd, here comes Tits. Then it is Bram. Then it is Bateman, Hahn, English. And then the 2 M Sport Volvos, firstly of Lewis and Crane, and finally Stark rounds out your top 10. Self is in 11th, 12th is Foster, 13th is Wreck, Reese in 14th, Worcester 15th, 16th is Horton, and Miller is in 18th. And then we've got Tits in 18th. And basically that is about it. That is the first race done of the day. So we're just going to get ready for the interviews. So we just need to wait But looks like Huddersfield and Mass is not going to be ready for their interviews. Though, and neither is Tits. Okay, so we just need to wait for Mr. Huddersfield to come along.
User joined your channel.
Okay, and I'm now joined by the second place man in the in race 1, Mr. Matt Huddersfield. Hello, Matt.
Hello.
So, how was the race for you?
Yeah, it was quite difficult because, okay, the start was okay, but Kevin Marr was already in second position after the first corner, so yeah, it was difficult to hold him up, but then he made a mistake and I could pull away a bit, but I think in the fourth or fifth lap he could overtake me, and from then on I tried to hang on and not to let him drive away, and I hope that his tires will be gone at the end of the race, but that was not the case, and so Kevin Marr was the winner.
Did you feel a little bit downhearted when Kevin Marr overtook you?
No, I think it was okay because I made a mistake and he was on the inside, and yeah, there was no opportunity to close the door because he was already there, and this was okay.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Matt Huddersfield, for joining me, and wish you the best for race 2.
Yeah, thank you.
User left your channel.
And unfortunately, the server seems to be down a bit, so I might be able to get back in soon. So basically, race 2 will be a little bit later than scheduled. And I've been told by Graham Foster that the server has been restarted, so I should stand by. Thank you very much, Mr. Foster. And yeah, see you back here soon for race 2.
User joined your channel.
Ron.
Attention grid, will all non-essential personnel leave the grid now?
Right, I'll go back one.
User left your channel.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, we are about to go back into the race.
Real field is enabled.
Yeah. Just there we go. So Mass still is leading the race ahead, well, leading formation lap ahead of Mr. Is that Jan Tits? Yeah, it's Jan Tits. Then we've got Christian Bram, Bateman, Hahn, English, Crane. Is or is that? That is no, that's Crane. That is Lewis. Okay, yeah, okay. There's Stark, Self, Foster, Wreck, Reese, Wissner, Horton, Muller, Tits, Stefan, Just Arndt, Barker, Fishman, Roding. That's it. Now, but where is Hutsfield? That's the main question. Where has Hutsfield gone? Looks like Hutsfield didn't make it to the grid in time. And Mass is all over the place. I mean, look at him! Look at him! Too much over the place, Mass. Don't go too much over the place. Stop at the finishing line. Stop. Stop. There we go. There we go. Into their grid slots. Insignias at the back are insane as well. But let's not be too much insane as we get ready for the second race of Rockingham. So, second race in Rockingham, anything can happen. 4 lights are lit, about to go out, and lights out, and away we go. Mass leading ahead of Tits. But though Tits might be a little bit of a much more threat to him. But though Hahn and English are going to collide each other. No, both Hahn, Tits, and Hahn nearly had English possibly. And there's touch between the reigning champion and Tits going into the first corner. Mass still leading. Oh, he's gone wide. Tits has gone wide, and is that English leading or is it Hahn? Let's have a look, and Hahn looks like to be leading. And oh, Tits has pushed English off the track there. He won't like that at all. And Mass is going back into third, or is it going to be Crane? And Crane is actually near side by side with him. Oh my goodness, too much action at the start. I couldn't remember much of it. Let's go. Let's have a look at the front. And Hahn leads for P1, but for how long before Tits goes by, or even Mass goes by? Going into the first hairpin, and basically Tits just sliding into that corner. Mass is under threat from both English and from both English and Crane. Starting the second lap now, and Hahn leads ahead of Tits, Mass, Crane, who just got past English. Then it is Lewis, Bram, Self, Reck, Bateman, Foster, Wistner, Barker, Pushman, Stark, Muller, Horton, and the rest. And Tits is all over the place, and he nearly touched Hahn. He nearly touched Hahn, and looks like English has passed Mass again. And oh, they're all over the place now. Mind you that Mass is going a little bit backwards because he had heavier weights on. Because as you know, if you win the race, you get much more weight added to your car than the people behind you. It looks like Hahn is one of the people who's leading at the moment, who's got lighter weight on. Lap number 3 now, and Hahn is leading from Tits, English, Mass, Lewis, Bram, Reck, Self, Crane, Bateman, Foster, Wistner, Pishman, Barker, Stark, Muller, Tits, and basically the rest behind. Let's have a look at some action at the back, see if there's any overtaking occurring. Pishman is under threat from Crane, Barker there, Stark, Muller, and Roding is holding up both Reese and Just Aren't. Well, Stefan is at the back, per usual. And both the alphas of both Muller in the Nutella alpha and Stark in the pink alpha is basically battling against each other. is still leading from Tits. And Hans put up a big fight. And Tits has gone a little bit wide there, which is going to make Han get much more away from him. And Chris English is not that far behind either. Basically, Han is still leading. Let's have a look at the back. And Stefan getting involved in the fight with Justant and Reese. Reese is a little bit slower than Justant. Justant is going to have a good no. Inside overtake. I don't think so. And Horton is getting Tits under attack from him. And oh, they're nearly touching each other there. And Stark, who's having a battle with Muller. And Stark is a little bit faster. Both alphas, by the way. And Eki has retired from the race. But we're looking at Stark now, going into the first corner. And Stark brilliantly overtakes him. And Crane is overtaking Worcester with ease. Brilliant. And Crane, Crane and Worcester had a little bit of contact there, and that's Crane way back. And Fishman's having to go at Foster, going into the third corner. And Fishman is actually on the inside of Foster, and that is brilliantly executed. A brilliantly executed overtake there. And Kevin Mass is having to go with Lewis. Mass, you need to be careful. He's one of the admins. Don't piss him off. Oh dear, I do apologise for it. I do apologise for the language there. So what I meant to say is, don't mess about with him, otherwise you will be punished. So yeah, don't mess about with him, otherwise you will get penalties issued. So looking back at the front, and Hahn is pulling away from Tits and English. Looks like Hahn might be able to get P1 Gaming Racing Team's first victory of the season. And Hahn's posted the fastest lap of the race so far as well, a 1:21.220. Brilliant. Although he's fastest man in sector 1, Christian is the fastest man through sector 2, and Simon Crane is the fastest man through sector 3. Combine that and you get a total lap time of 1:21 dead, basically. And now, halfway round, Hahn is leading from Tits. Then it is English. And then it is Lewis. Mass, Bram, Self, Bateman, Wreck, and Pishman rounds out your top 10. Let's have a look at the back of the field. And Josh Dant is always covered lots of grass there. Maybe a little bit of advantage, but though he's not allowed that. But though he's stayed behind Stefan, which is okay. He's closing up behind Stefan, going into the first corner. Is he going to take Stefan? Oh, a little bit of a screech there, going through the first corner. Going through the second corner. Is it going to be a little bit like that? No, I don't think so. Horton got off a little bit on the grass. And looks like Horton just gone off, has he? What's off? Yes, he's gone off! Horton has gone off, and as a result is last. Oh my dear me. And it looks like Wreck and Barker has been a couple of blows, and it looks like Wreck has gone past Barker. Excuse me for... Sorry for the little bit of an interruption there. Let's see who's sorry for that, but yeah. Simon Craig's gone a little bit off. Ooh dear. Crane is closing up on Foster, not by that much. Let's have a look further front of the field, and Hahn is still leading from Tits, English, Lewis, Mass, Bram, Self, Wreck and Bateman. Wreck passes Wisner, I think, is it? No, Self. So let's have a look back at the front, and Hahn's still ahead of Tits and English. Let's have a look if there's any close battles at the back. There's still one between Justin, Reese and Stefan. Justin's gone off, Reese gone off, but Stefan's still on the track, and Stefan passed Reese with ease. Brilliant. And all Justin's gone off, Reese still on, and Stefan's still on. 4 laps to go. Let's see if there's any close battles further up front. Crane and Foster are still battling with each other. Crane's now ahead of Foster. But Foster needs to be careful because this is a championship contender that he's fighting with. Or are they both championship contenders? And Horton's gone off again, I think. Yep, Horton's gone off again. It's disappointment for him, really. Go further up front. Mass is still behind English. Not be able to get up to speed. But Hahn is really fast at the moment. Any close battles? Don't think so. Reese and Stefan are still in their back of the pack battle. So basically it's Britain versus Italy. Stefan nearly out on top, and looks like there's Horton in front of them, is it? Horton not having a good race at all. And we're only about one more lap, I think, to go. Well, let's go on board of Hahn. He's only 7.5 seconds ahead of Tits. That's how far he is ahead. Hahn just needs to stay calm and bring the car home. So it's only got about one more lap to go. for the back end. Christian Mass and English are coming to blows for a bit. The English is keeping that position third firmly from Mass until all the way to the end. But Mass is quicker than English, the 2013 BTCC champion. So Mass is going to keep fighting all the way to the end if he has to. But for Hahn, he's only about one more corner to go, and he can just cruise home now. As Daniel Hahn comes through to take P1 Racing's first victory of the season. Fantastic racing from Daniel Hahn. Coming home in second place is Tits, and English comes home in third, his first podium of the year. Then it is Mass in fourth, fifth is Matthew Lewis, sixth is Bram, seventh Bateman, eighth Wisner, ninth Fishman, and it is Crane in 10th place. Foster 11th, Marker coming home just now in 12th. 13th will be Muller, 14th is Rec, 15th comes home is Self, 16th will be Stefan, 17th Reese, 18th Justant, 19th Tits, and 20th place will go to Andy Horton. But for the race win, it has to go to Daniel Hahn. So I'm just now waiting for an interview now.
User joined your channel.
Okay, we got our first man for an interview, the race winner of race 2, Mr. Daniel Hahn. Hello, Daniel.
Yeah, good evening, Ron.
So, so basically, congratulations on your win. P1 Gaming's Racing's first ever win of the season. You must be feeling delighted.
Yeah, absolutely delighted. I wasn't sure how strong I can be in the first race, of course, with the extra mass. But in qualifying, I was a little bit disappointed. Only did P8. I gained a place because of Jan's penalty. But it was so close, and if I could have finished my last lap, I ruined it in the last chicane, and then I would have stood on P4, and then the first race would be also very good. I think Mats did what he could in race 1, I did what I could in race 2, and of course the key was the start. Turn 1, the top 3 all involved with each other. I found the line, got through, and yeah, from then on Jan was pushing hard, and I wasn't sure because obviously Kevin is the faster in the team, and I thought all the time, oh, it doesn't take long until Kevin's coming through, and then it will be good if I had a gap, but I couldn't find I couldn't push him into a mistake the first 2-3 laps. And I'm getting more and more worried that I cannot bring this thing home, but yeah, in the end he did make the mistake. I could build the gap, and Kevin, big thanks to Chris English, holding him up most of the time was a big decision during the race. Maybe if he came through, he had incredible speed. I saw it on the timer, the last laps. Maybe he would have catched me, but otherwise, yeah, what more to say?
Yeah, give my congratulations to Chris for the first third place. But before I can let you go, what actually happened with Mats, because he didn't attend the second race?
It's always a little bit close on time, and he has to get up early in the morning. And today we are a little bit later than usual. Usually he does 2 races, but unfortunately today was only enough time for 1. So yeah, he simply is in bed right now, so dreaming, I hope.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, the admins were a little late. Thank you very much, Daniel, and we wish you the best for race 3.
Yeah, it will be free for all. P10 or P9 with 45 kilos. Let's see what's possible.
How hard could it be? Thank you very much.
It's a little bit easier than in Nokia.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Daniel. Good luck.
Thank you.
User left your channel.
So yes, congratulations also to Mr. Yantes for second place and Mr. Chris English, who unfortunately can't be with us later on. So we are in the middle of warm up. The weights are getting put on. More weight on for Daniel Hahn, then there's more weight going downwards, and then basically that's just it, really. Yeah, we just have confirmed that give me. It says here 2 minutes to race 3. So yeah, I'll see you back in a bit for race 3.
Attention grid, all non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
Okay, so we are going into race number 3, and God help us. And we got Michael Pushman on pole with Roy Wisner in second. Oh, and it turns out the race weekend has been restarted for some reason. So please do bear with us, and see you for the restart for race 3.
Attention grid, will all non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
Okay, so here we go again for race number 3. And God help us again. 16 lap race, and weight has been applied to Daniel Hahn, to Jan Titz, to Chris English, and to Marr, to Kevin Mass.
Real field is enabled. Real field is enabled.
Okay, so yeah, we've got Michael Pushman leading. In second place we have Roy Wisner. Bateman is in third. Fourth is Christian Bram. Sixth is okay, so we've got Matthew Lewis, Mass, English, Titz, Hahn, Crane, Barker, Muller, Reck, Self, Stefan, Reese, Justant, Titz, Horton, and that's it. So we already got 2 different winners this race. Can Michael Fishman make it a 3rd winner today? Or will Roy Wisner get his first win of the season? Or even better, will Neil Bateman get his first win? Or will Bram or will Lewis do? There's only one way to find out. And it's not Harry Hill's fight! It's simply just a race to determine who will come out on top. And Horton just getting into the grid position, like so. Who else is going there? Okay, I think we're ready. And the final race of Rockingham Speedway in 2014. Lights out, and away we go. Fisherman got a good start there. Wisner coming on up on the outside, but yeah, it might pose a little bit of a threat to him going down into the first corner now. Is it going to be carnage or is it going to be civilized? We'll have to find out now. Yep, it's carnage. It's a little bit of carnage, but no accidents at the moment. Everything's fine. Oh, one self's gone off, Tits has gone off. There's close battles between everyone in the midfield. Let's have a look further back. Everything's okay. Going into the final chicane for the first time today. Going to complete the first lap of race 3. Pishman leads from Lewis. And it is Wisner, Bram, Hahn, Mass, English, Crane, Titz, and Bateman rounds out your top 10. But who's going to win it? Is it going to be Pishman or Lewis? Or Wisner or Bram? Find out soon. And Lewis has gone a little bit wide there. That means Wisner might be able to take that advantage and get past him. Has he? Yes, he has. Oscar Jadistant has retired. So Pishman still leading ahead of Worcester, and Lewis and Bram and Mass and Hahn, Crane and English, and Crane's gone past Hahn, English, Bateman and Barker. That is the top 10. Let's have a look back. Here's the back of the field. It looks like Reese and Stefan's come to blows a bit. Worcester has already overtaken Lewis, so that means Lewis might be able to be running for the win, but he's still in there for a podium. Worcester is actually closing up on Pishman if he has time to. Only 11 laps to go. Right, let's have a look if there's any battles in the back. Hahn and Bateman are coming to blows. So is Reckon Tits. Who else? I think that's it so far. Let's have a look at Bateman and Hahn. Let's go on board Bateman. Bateman might actually have the chance to actually pass Hahn. Going into the chicane now. Final corner. Could make a nerve take on him going up to the first corner now. An outside overtake that is unwise, but he is going to try that move. Let's see if it works. No, it doesn't. And wait, this he's actually going to get the pass on, is he? No, oh, they both touch and oh dear. That's basically him out, I think. He's now in 10th place behind Barker. He's now catching up to Tits. He's catching up to English. He's catching up to Rick. He's catching up to Hart. Right, English still the reigning champion, still in 9th, still trapped between both orange, blue and white insignias. And he's been touched from behind. That is actually not good for him at all. Actually past Wreck now, and is Barker going to get past Wreck? We've got about 9 laps to go of this, so we're nearly halfway. And it looks like Barker is going to get past Wreck. Contact there. Now we're going to go on board with English, see if he can get to passing Daniel Hahn. Now halfway, 8 laps to go. So we have a look at the front to see if there's any changes there. Listener is trying to close in on Bushman, but he can't quite get there. This is right behind him. So is Kevin Mass. Kevin Mass is all over the place with Lewis, and he's touching him once again. Be careful, lad. And Wisner's gone off, which means there will be contact in the steering, and always touched Lewis. Oh dear. Yeah, Mass is all over the place, despite having a heavier weight. And again. See behind now. Kevin Masters going to try on the outside. And oh dear, ow, and Mass has just gone off. Mass has gone off. And always been touched by Simon Crane. So basically that was a double stabbing back. Looks like Lewis is under attack from Bram. Here comes Bram. Not going to get past him either way. Mass is now having a battle with Simon Crane, the man who actually punted him off. And Mass actually punted Crane off a bit there. But does Crane take revenge and punt him off? We'll see. Really then, but no, sadly. It looks like Christian Bram has been overtaken Lewis. So basically that's both Rockstar Racing cars in both first and third. Just right in between them. That's really close to Lewis. But Bassman wants to make sure that he doesn't make that same mistake earlier. And oh my goodness gracious me, he's actually just punted Lewis off the road there. But Mass will be, I'd say, a little bit of have a penalty there. Fishman is still leading ahead of Wisner, and Brown and Mass. We've got two M Sports of Crane and Lewis. They're both not happy with Mass at all. And Horton's gone off again. Any battles at the back? one between Self and Muller. Self might be able to come out on top, and a little bit of damage on the Alpha, so Muller needs to be careful. I've seen the has Horton tired? Yeah, he stopped the car unless he can get it moving again. Yep, he's got it moving again. There he goes. Horton not having a good evening. So we only got about 3 laps to go. Mass is keeping on in 3rd. And there's a little bit of a scuffle in the middle of the field between Hahn, Reck, Titz, English and Bateman. Hahn obviously leading those 5. Leading the 5. Self and Muller are at it again with Stefan just behind, while Reese, Titz and Horton hold up the back of the pack, just untired, and that's that. Pishman is now coming out of the final quarter to start his final lap of the day, and it's going to be brilliant because it's only his 2nd victory so far this season. It will be his 2nd victory, but unfortunately, if he doesn't get to the finish line, Whistler or Mass might take over. But Mass has just overtaken Whistler, and Mass is actually closing up on Pishman. Is he using some sort of something or what? Because I think we've got the distinct impression that he is using something. Mass is actually getting up 1/10 per second closer to Pishman, because there he is. Look, and he's actually lost a little bit of it. Mass really must have something on his car. No doubt about it. Pishman is going to come through to win here at Rockingham for the first time today. Well done to Michael Pishman. 2nd place is Kevin Mass. 3rd is Westner. 4th is is the M Sport duo of Lewis and Crane. Behind them is Reck, Bateman. Then there's Hahn in 9th, and Titz just about rounds at the top 10. Just ahead of English by 1 I believe 1,000 of a second, I think, and they both contact. Himself is in 13th, Devon in 14th, Muller 15th, Reese will come home in 16th, 17th is Tits, 18th is Horton, and just and just rounds up and finishes. Okay, so now we're going to go into the interviews. Okay, so we just need to get looks like Chris English will not be getting an interview today. So we will wait for someone to come along. So we might as well wait for a bit. We're still waiting. Actually, back in a sec. Hold on.
rejoined the track after an off directly into me, and then decides to hit me off again at the hairpin. Makes no attempt to avoid me.
So, there was a little bit of a disappointment for you. I just received word for. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Thank you very much. I just received also confirmation that he was also messing about with your teammate Matt Lewis in race 3, just going up to the final corner of the alternative pit straight, the one just opposite the back one. Yeah. Yes. He just pushed. He went to the inside and then just went into the side of Matt Lewis, just pushing him off the track. Was Matt a little bit furious with that?
Yeah, I think he's a bit annoyed, but I mean, can't really say what's gonna happen because of that.
Well, let's hope your team's fortunes will turn around when you go up to Caldwell Park in next week.
Yeah, I don't know if we're I think we were the first or second constructors, so I mean, I think it's probably been my drop round for this race. So hopefully you can do better next.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Simon, and see you soon.
Yeah, see it.
User left your channel.
So yeah, that was a little bit of a mixed up race. So yeah, like I said, we'll see you all at Caldwell next week. But until then, this is Ron Squire. Thank you very much for joining me here on Doom Ice Double 2, not Doom Ice Double 1, for reasons I can only specify. But anyway, yeah, see you at Caldwell Park next week. But until then, goodbye.